pressure.
DIY stuff, not really my thing. I don't consider myself good at it. I built, well, me and some friends, I shouldn't say I whatsoever, me and some friends built a quarter pipe in Home Avenue like 15 years ago that is somehow still running. But I wouldn't necessarily consider myself good at anything when it comes to making spots. But I think that's kind of the whole point, is that you can suck at this. And the fact that you're doing something and not nothing, in my opinion, is what it's all about. So, premise here is a long time ago, literally about a year ago, I went to go get my car washed, and there was a place being tore up right next to it, and they pulled out all these perfect blue handrails, guardrails, whatever you want to call them, and they were just too good to pass up. So I don't have a truck. I called my buddy, stole the biggest chunk of handrail I could find, and then just put it on the side of my house, and it's been there for like, well, I moved, but I've had it for like a year and a half. Totally stupid, honestly. But I've been looking for a place for this, and then BMX Day comes up, talking with Albert, and we're like, yeah, we should put a handrail in. Albert did some reconnaissance and found what looks like pretty much a perfect spot to put this rail in. Timeline. Today is Wednesday afternoon. I'm gonna go take some measurements, dig some holes, see how far the dirt goes down. Tomorrow morning, go buy some welding gas, because I'm out, some rebar, retrofit the rail to do whatever it needs to do. Friday night, Albert, Garrett, and I are gonna go be really super legal and install this handrail in an intersection in the city of San Diego. And then, oh yeah, and then it's gotta last till Sunday. So somebody doesn't come and kick it over, nobody fucking arrests us. Like the things that have to go right is pretty substantial. But that's the way it goes. If you ever get hassled by the cops on something like this, you just say, oh, I didn't know we couldn't do this.
Sorry, officer, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
It sounds so stupid saying it, but literally you just act like a total dumbass and just say, yeah, I didn't know we couldn't do this. Like, there's nobody at this intersection. Like, there's nothing here. We just thought we would put something fun in, blah, blah, blah. And just be totally ignorant. Don't act like you're doing anything wrong if somebody comes up and questions you. That's my advice. If you are confident in the idea that you're allowed to do what you're doing, it tends to somehow work out better. But it's counterintuitive sometimes. Outside of that, more theory of DIY. As I said, I'm not good at this. I suck at welding. I am not any sort of general contractor. I literally am just like a try-hard mechanic in a sense. And I think that's important to relay, because you don't need to be good at all this stuff to go out and try and make a spot with your friends. And if you go out and you put some effort in and spend a little bit of money and it sucks and it's not all that fun, just make the best of it. And if anybody talks shit, guarantee the person that talks shit on it has never done anything of the sort, has never spent any of their own money to try and make a spot, never spent any of their own time or blood, sweat, tears, whatever, and tried to make their own spot. So I think that's important to relay, is that doing something is always better than doing nothing, even if it's not the end result that you wanted. Figured I would just go ahead and show the welds outright to show how not good they are, which I'm trying to convey doesn't really matter. If the rail is 16 inches off the ground, There's about 48 inches of upright with a little bit of rebar right there, and then wedged it in there. And a little bit of old rusted tubing, didn't even bother cleaning it, and welded it in a bit there just to kind of splay out the uprights. Probability of success that the rail is good to ride and still there on Sunday.
I'm still trying to see if it's gonna be on the truck after we drive there.
Assuming that goes well.
93%.
Optimistic.
Yeah.
Say
Trying to be.
solid 90.
90?
Solid 90.
I'm at like 65.
That it'll still be there.
Mm-hmm. Like the session.
I mean, the city doesn't even do work on that
I
street.
just think somebody's just gonna come up and just be like, ooh.
Oh, while it's drying.
Yeah.
Did you film that?
Yeah.
Make the end go to the smoothest part of the pad, so that you can drop the nose wheelies, backlash, that kind of shit.
Optimistic still?
Yeah, still 90s in the 90s. Fucking home and garden over here. Well, still looking a little high.
We can dig for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think that if we dig for another 20 minutes, we might get it where we need to be.
What do you think? Like 2 inches, so we can put that brick down so it doesn't flow.
Maybe a couple inches each.
Okay, I'll just do 2 inches each. Funny looking bugger.
Like it started off, they're like, oh yeah, these guys know what they're doing. By the end of it, they're like, oh fuck that, we gave up all. We gave up.
Don't hit the rail, don't hit the rail.
It's really hard.
Dude, we brought a level.
Yeah.
We're fucking, we're really professional.
I thought
Look.
about that. Like, should I bring a level? Maybe
This is such a low traffic area.
might
I
have
don't
a
think it's gonna get
lifetime.
fucking touched at all.
Hopefully. Be nice.
Imagine if this thing stays for a fucking year.
Good. Oh fuck, I forgot I'm right side. What are you doing? I'm gonna go lay the rail. Alright, I'll come.
Very good.
More of the
So today's Sunday. We did the rail on Friday. I may have talked, I can't remember if I broke it down, but rail took about 3 hours to go in, and honestly it went way better than I was expecting with my odds. But didn't get hassled at all, didn't have really any issues. The dirt on the outside of the circle was way harder than I anticipated, so that took a while. It was about an hour and a half of digging, and then putting the rail in took about another hour or so. But yeah, not any real issues. We cut a little bit off of the rebar, which I was pretty much expecting, and then as far as I could tell, I went by and gave it a little hand tap yesterday, and it was good. Nobody messed with it. Dude, it could stay for a year. I don't know. We painted it gray. It's like kind of hard to see. Doesn't really stand out. Like it honestly could be there for a year. So shout out to Garrett, Albert, Mike, Ben Norris was in town and helped out, and Ricky for helping out to get that thing in the ground. And hopefully today goes off with a hitch. And Al and I are gonna go put some celebratory pegs on it, kind of break the seal on it just for the sake of being the first ones to do it since we made the fucking thing.
Like sword and stone.
Yeah, like more like the stick in the rail.
If you can pull the stick out, you're able to ride the rail.
Oh shit, you did it. Fuck.
First try.
First try. It's a rail. Your turn. You do a rail trick. First bunny hop for you too. They're going way faster. Oh no!
That run up is weird.
I told you, dude. I said we're doing right side dirty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Boom. Couple other things I want to lay out there. I still don't know what the hell we were doing. Garrett mentioned it a bunch of times how he had no idea what the hell he was doing. I, as have made very clear, I also have no idea what we're doing. We basically just mixed up some cement, put it in the damn hole, and then at a point we just dumped the cement into the hole and then dumped some water on top and tried to mix it as good as we can. Threw in a bunch of rocks, and we'll probably put about 400, 500 pounds worth of concrete and/or rocks in there, and it should stay. I mean, that's the gist of it. One thing I thought of that I feel like a lot of people are like, well, I don't have a welder, I can't weld, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to weld to do what I did. If I were to go, and so I measured the inside of the tubing, it was, the inside diameter was about 1.25 inches. If I would have bought outside diameter tubing, 1.25 inches, and jammed it up in there, and then you just drill a hole through both tubes and put a bolt through it at the bottom, you could even do 2 of them if you're paranoid, you would have essentially the same thing that you could put in the ground. You could do it without welding. Welding is a very nice skill to have when it comes to stuff like this, but there's pretty much always some sort of solution that doesn't involve welding. Not as good, whatever you want to say, but it is possible to do it without welding. And that's kind of what I want to hammer home, is that you don't need to know what you're doing to do something cool. That is the bottom line thing, is that if you put effort in and you want it to work, if you try hard enough, you can do something. So don't sit there and be like, well, I don't know how to weld, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to mix concrete, I don't know how, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's, I don't know, that you're never going to get anything done with that attitude. So I think that's just kind of what I want to get out there, is if you want to build something and do something for your scene, it's within your power. So I don't know, I'm not good at motivational stuff. So wish us luck. Cut to montage of everybody destroying the rail, hopefully later today.
Why don't you guys just make spots all the time?
Welcome to America.
What the fuck? Fuck it!
And he gets a
4, 5.
Joe, you want to give
Nino, where you at? Get over here. God, Rider of the day and king of this spot and king of last spot.
and this too.
Doing it.
Baby, watch the right.